So the reason why I started doing that. Also, welcome to UpTilt, your weekly source of gaming content and news stuff outlet. I'm Trevor.
Where Trevor and Ed, that's me, talk about stuff.
But yeah, I was thinking about doing vocal warm ups before the show started, and I was just gonna start doing. Oh crap! What's the gorilla from Tarzan?
Turk.
Turk. I kept thinking Kurt.
Kirk.
Close enough. But I was just gonna do the scatting that Turk does. Deep doop da 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 bow.
For trashing the camp.
Yep.
Trashing the camp? Messing up the camp?
Trashing the flamp.
Mashing the ramp?
I also thought every time I think of scatting music in parentheses.
Disgusting, by the way.
Every time I think of it, I think of the jellyfish jelly sandwich song from SpongeBob. Hey all you people. Hey all you people.
Hey, all you people.
And then at
Hey,
the
all you
very
people,
end,
won't you listen to me?
at the very end, he scats, and that's always in my mind whenever it comes up. That is what it is. Skibbity bop, or what? Dang it! Now I can't remember it, but that's always what pops into my head. Like the first thing that plays in my head when I think about it. Not that I think about it often, but often enough, I would say. How's your week been, Ed?
Pretty bad.
That's fair. Ed had his birthday over the weekend. For
Yeah.
those of you
Happy
who are
birthday.
wondering. Yeah, happy birthday.
birthday.
This is Ed's birthday bash episode. Maybe it should have been
Birthday
last week.
bash. Yeah, party. We're drinking Celsius.
Yeah, I got cold coffee.
I have 3 e-cigs here that I'm not allowed to hit on stream.
That was a self-imposed rule. I didn't say not to.
I thought that it was a Twitch rule.
It might be a Twitch rule now that I think about it.
I'm pretty sure it's a Twitch rule. No vaping on screen. Doja Cat got banned for it.
Doja Cat?
Doja Cat. Remember her?
Yeah. Well, let's figure this out. I mean, it's good for your health anyways, I guess, to not.
I mean, whatever. What, am I going to live forever?
Okay, so
Fallout came out this week. The TV series, the Prime TV.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that
series.
they were doing a show.
If you're not a Fallout fan, which I know that you don't play a lot of Fallout, you should definitely still check out the show. It's good.
The only thing I've seen about the show is that Rico from Hannah Montana's in it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I've seen about it.
Crazy how sometimes actors age and do more things.
Right? Obviously, my brain understands that is how the flow of time works and that people need to continue working for money. But it's just weird because I hadn't seen him or heard of him since he was on Hannah Montana.
He's done other stuff.
Like my brain
on TikTok and stuff.
My brain comprehends that, but like just for me, from my perspective, it was a time jump from Hannah Montana and now he does this.
Well, it's been 15 years.
It's been a while. Needless to say. Anyways, how's the show?
The show's good. The show's good. I have not finished it yet, but so far it is good. We're on episode 4. I keep falling asleep, but that has nothing to do with the show being boring. It has to do with me and my personal stuff.
Yeah. Did they bulk release it, or is it like coming out episodically?
No, the full season is out.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I kind of like episodic releases.
I prefer it.
That
way I don't binge it.
Get the drip feed, you know?
Yeah. I need something to occupy my time, or I will have an existential crisis.
It's way more satisfying. Like you finally get to the new episode day, and you're like, all right, let's do it. Instead of just clearing it all and
let's sit down and eat dinner and watch a show. You know, we got a special day of the week now.
Yeah, exactly.
Which you can just self-impose, I suppose.
You could, but it's way harder, especially when it's like a cliffhanger and you know the next episode is just a click away.
It's just waiting. It's just waiting for you.
Yeah. You know, like, call me crazy, and you probably will
Crazy.
after I take this stance. Sometimes I don't miss them, but I get nostalgic for like commercials sometimes.
I watch them all the time.
Thank you. Like I don't it so here's my thing. If I'm paying for a subscription service, I get it. Like I don't want the ads because I'm paying specifically for this service, you know?
No, no, no. Okay, I hear where you're going. Let me interject here. The reason ads are bad on streaming services is because they don't follow the ad breaks that the shows impose.
Yes.
It will just cut away to an ad and it'll be like 1.5 minutes. And I'm like, just go to the ad. Don't tell me how long is left.
Yeah. Unless it's going
Also,
to take like an absurd amount of time.
make ads fun again. Math fun.
Oh my god, please. Yes. Ads
I
are
want
so
Moon
bad now.
Shoes and Rock'em Sock'em Robots and um what were those punching gloves that kids had?
Sock and boppers.
Sock and
Sock and
Boppers.
boppers. Sock and
Sock and
boppers.
Bop.
More fun than a pillow
pillow
fight. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, those were good. Now I just get insurance and cars.
God, I love Sock and Boppers. I love going over to our cousin's house and just
Beating on each
beating
other.
the crap out of each other. Sometimes we would take the Sock and Boppers off, but it was still fun.
There's a video somewhere, I believe, of Matt and I beating each other. Well, mostly Matt beating me up with sock and boppers.
Yeah. He had some quick hands back in the day.
Yeah. Now he's old and slow.
One time he winded me and my dad got really mad at him because I started crying because he punched me in the gut.
Yeah, well, that happens. But yeah, make ads fun. It doesn't all just. Also, I was gonna use the Super Bowl as a benchmark here, but even Super Bowl ads suck now. I don't even like football.
I don't know if it's necessarily the ads. I think it's the products.
I mean, like, how many products are different that are being advertised now during the Super Bowl than 20 years ago? Like, it's still Doritos and beer and soda commercials.
I think that things were more fun when we were kids. And I don't think that, and I think it in a purely nostalgic way, not in like a general objective, things were better before
Yeah.
way. Just
back in my day.
The way things were back in my day, and I would like to see them again.
Yeah, that's fair.
I want to see kids beating each other up again.
Yeah, to be fair, now that I think about it, I mean, like, nobody on the Super Bowl, like, there weren't sock and bopper commercials
anymore.
Like that, to be fair, there weren't like sock and bopper ads on the Super Bowl commercials and whatnot, you know.
That we know of. I didn't watch the Super Bowl my whole life.
I mean, I specifically watched it for the commercials. Like, none of your family ever held like a Super Bowl party, and you were just there by proxy.
I was there, but I was watching TV in the back room.
Or playing video games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, makes sense. But yeah, that's why I get like. Sometimes I'll look up like cartoon blocks on YouTube from like the early 2000s and just like play that in the background.
Have the ads. Yeah,
dude,
still have the ads though.
I saw a post a couple of weeks ago, maybe even longer, where it's like, here's an idea for just having fun, like a group friend night. Go on like Facebook Marketplace or something, find a CRT TV, get like a Roku stick or something. And, like, just search, like, an old Toonami block and put that on the CRT. Shoot, that sounds real fun, actually. And, like...
It does sound fun.
Finding an old
like
game system to hook up. Yeah.
Nintendo 64. Play some GoldenEye, Mario Party 2.
One of my friends does have, like, an old school game collection. Like,
I'm sure that somewhere around I have a Nintendo 64 sitting, just waiting for me to touch it again.
Oh, yeah, he's got...
Just begging me for my touch.
Yeah. He's got an NES, 64, PlayStation 1, all the classics.
For me, waiting for my fingers to graze it.
Watching, waiting, commiserating.
Sure.
Anyways, let's circle back to Fallout. Or did you cover all your points there? Well, you were talking about it, and I feel like we
Yeah, I
went off on a
mean,
tangent about fun ads.
the TV show is great. It has sparked a surge in like 76 players, which is kind of funny. It's just like making more people play Fallout, and like now they're gonna release a next gen update to Fallout 4 and remaster Fallout 3, which is just it's just crazy. I'm really excited for a Fallout 3 remaster. That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll finally get into it
Now that's a tough
if
call.
I buy it for you and make you play it.
Still a tough call.
Really? You
Yeah.
don't what? You don't like the post-apocalyptic?
No, it's not that. I
I
don't
think
know.
you would like it. I think you're just overthinking it.
Maybe.
I don't I don't think for someone who has a weekly video game news thing, I don't think you like video games.
The thing is though, the video games I do like, I have multiple hundreds of hours in.
I think you're just autistic.
I've said that a couple times. I think I might have
You
something.
need to
I think you
talk to
should
a
check my
doctor.
hours in some of these games.
Yeah, it's not like I don't know. It's not like you're hyperfixated on. Well,
Well,
your hyperfixation usually proxies off of my hyperfixation though.
I think
Like
that's
I'm
just because we
hyperfixated on
have
Monster Hunter
similar
right now.
interests.
Me and Trevor have been playing Monster Hunter for a many number of hours now.
Yeah.
One that we've already put in 400 hours on, probably more.
Between my Switch and PC, I'm probably nearing 7, I
Are
think.
you sure? We
I,
played way more on the PC.
you think?
Oh yeah, because Sunbreak came out.
No, that's true. That's true. Okay, so anywhere between
We didn't buy Sunbreak on Switch.
no,
I didn't buy Sunbreak on
no,
Switch.
no. So we're floating anywhere between 4 to 600, I think. I
That's
def
a pretty big.
I mean, yeah, sure, it's pretty big, but we definitely put in a good 200 on Switch.
Yeah, an easy 2 hundo.
I mean, like when hunts take like 30 minutes when you get to the higher ranks.
They take the same amount of time the entire time.
Mm,
I think they get faster.
really?
Yeah. Yeah, it feels like when you're earlier on, it takes forever. I don't know. I got Quick Sheath 3, and all I want to do is play Longsword right now. I don't even want to do this podcast with you anymore.
That is a little hurtful.
Monster Hunter better than podcast? Question mark.
But yeah, Monster Hunter is. What was your first Monster Hunter game? Because you played a long time ago too, didn't you? But like
Yeah,
not
Monster.
for extended.
There was a PSP, Freedom Unite.
I never had a PSP, so
Oh, sorry, you were
I was
poor.
lame. It wasn't
I'm just
that
kidding.
well.
I actually, fun story, stole my PSP.
From who or from where?
I don't want to stay because what if one day we get famous and I have to buy him a PSP?
And at that point, it's retro and not produced anymore. And you'll have to spend
I
thousands of
probably still
dollars
have
on
his
a
PSP somewhere.
functioning one.
He called me out on it, and I was like, "No, I gave it back to you." And then I never saw him again after I lied to his face.
Do I? I was gonna say, do I know who it is?
No, you have no idea.
No, I played 3 Ultimate. So honestly, those were like my only 3 games. I played 3 Ultimate, World, and then Rise.
I think I always wanted to like Monster Hunter, and when I was playing through World, before Iceborne came out, um, Rise came out, and it was just the best Monster Hunter that I'd ever played. And I was like, this is what I've always wanted from Monster Hunter. It was Rise.
Yeah.
They really nailed it.
Oh, 100%.
I wonder if Worlds is going to be more World or more Rise.
You mean Wilds?
What did I say?
World. I wonder if World is going to be more World or Rise.
Oh.
I would lean towards more World. Then.
Why are you calling me out in a public platform like that? I thought we were friends.
Because other people would call you out, and I feel like that would feel worse.
No, because I would be like, yeah, I'm an idiot, haha. But with you, it's like, what do you think? You're better than me?
No. There's a
What do
right
you think you're?
answer to
What do you
this.
think you're? What do you think you're smarter than me?
There's a right answer to this, and it's no.
I'm glad you've learned.
Honestly, though, like I can understand some complaints about like the play style of not necessarily like the combat system or anything, but like the repetitive nature of grinding games like Monster Hunter and
I don't
whatnot.
know. The more we talk about it, the more I want to play it.
That's fair. But that's because we like Monster Hunter. I'm trying to approach this from like an objective standpoint though. I think, what you brought up about world players hating Rise and Rise players hating World, like I think that's valid because they are drastically different
When
aside
did I
from
bring that up?
why or when.
When? Ever?
When we were talking to, or maybe Matt was talking about it, but that wouldn't make sense because Matt doesn't play Monster Hunter really aside from
You know what? You know what happened when we were convincing Matt to get it on Steam?
what?
My birthday was happening,
Yeah.
so I don't have a large recollection of memories
Ah.
to pull out of that repertoire.
Yeah, that's fair. But no, you were talking about like the rhetoric between World players and Rise players. I mean, I like both. I just like Rise better.
Rise is just better. It's just a better game,
It is.
and I don't think that is an opinion.
No, I just think it was more fleshed out than World
It's just
was.
a better game. World was all about being pretty, and don't get me wrong, the game is absolutely gorgeous.
100%.
But you know what? It's sorely lacking. I bet you can guess in
Mobility.
three tries.
Mobility.
Yeah, jump button.
And mobility again. Those are my three guesses.
Welcome to UpTilt, where we talk about how every game deserves a jump button.
I
Let me jump
do think
in
every
every
game
single game.
deserves a jump button.
You know what really needs a jump button? Pokemon Legends Arceus needs a jump button.
Please, God. It kind of does if you just hop on Braviary real quick and then drop.
Yeah, but that's 20 hours into the game when you get the bird.
Yeah, that's
Which you'll
also
find
accurate.
out Thursday at 6 or 7 p.m. Central Eastern time.
You know what surprised me when I was perusing Twitch? The wildly low viewer numbers for Pokemon Legends Arceus. There were
Because it's getting old.
it is getting old, but like it's still a better game than some of the other Twitter Pokemon games that are being streamed on Twitch
Well,
with
to be
higher viewer
fair,
numbers.
To be fair, I genuinely think that Pokemon Legends Arceus is the best Pokemon game ever made. Next to Conquest.
I think that's a valid argument.
So I think that we like it more than the general public likes it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like it did a lot for Pokemon as a franchise, but it's still surprisingly underperformed in like sales and whatnot comparatively.
I thought it sold like millions of copies. We'll look into it. We'll look.
Comparatively, not in general though. What were we
Okay.
talking about right before the show started that you said to save it? Should have wrote it down. Should have wrote it
No,
down.
I remember. No, I remember. It was Invincible.
Oh my god. So right before the show started, there was a YouTube short that I scrolled past and that was a clip from Invincible and I had asked Ed if he was on that bandwagon or not. And he said no.
I am not.
Superheroes aren't his thing really, which is a reasonable argument.
The closest thing to superheroes I'll ever get is My Hero Academia, and I
Yeah.
dropped that show after 3 seasons.
I can't believe that show's still going on. Honestly, no offense.
Yeah, I mean,
no offense
when
if
you
you're
tell
in
me
that.
what the ending is in the first episode, then don't drag it out to be over 200. Give
Yeah.
me a quick 60 episode shonen, and that is as long as an anime needs to be.
Right? At the most, because I assume that the Hero Academy is the equivalent of high school in their world. No? Yeah?
Yeah.
4 seasons. 4 seasons, 4 years. Done. That should be it.
How very American of you, but yeah.
So,
Sorry, they should be going to university.
university.
My Hero University.
The college years.
Ba-doo, 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 ba-doo. My buddy does that all the time. He just plays a little Seinfeld
Yeah.
song with his mouth.
So Invincible. Ed says no to superheroes. And my problem with Invincible is that I just can't get on board with like over the top gore or like the over the top violence aspect of it. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of violence in a lot of media that we consume nowadays. But it's like,
What do you mean nowadays?
I don't know. I mean, forever, I
It's
guess.
always been violent.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways, it has always been violent, but it hasn't been to the point of throwing your child through a train full of people and having, citizens on the train exploding into pieces of flesh and blood.
Mortal Kombat came out in the 90s.
Yes, you're not wrong on that.
Interview with a Vampire. It's always been violent. Things have always been violent. I just think you don't like gore.
No, that's literally my argument, is that I don't like gore. It's not really an argument. I just don't like gore. That's why I can't get on board with a show like Invincible, even though I do watch a lot of like
Well, as a professional
anime and
reviewer,
animated
you're gonna
shows.
have to put your own biases to the side.
Okay, well then the animation is bad in it.
Oh, is it really?
I think the art style in it is very flat, and
I've never watched it, so I genuinely don't know.
I mean that's just my opinion.
No, you're a professional reviewer. Animation and the animation in Invincible is honestly unforgivable. It's horrible, it's terrible, and it just doesn't have a place in the modern animated world.
Oh, that sounds like Ed's review now.
I'm giving you examples of the things you could say for your review.
Okay, so take everything Ed just said, put it in quotes, and attribute it to me.
There you go.
On the transcript. You hear that, editors? Do that.
You hear that?
I'm the editor.
You hear that, Trevor?
That was a note to myself. Yeah, I don't know. I get like the plot. It's the same thing as The Boys. And like I don't like The Boys either. It's just like, what if superheroes were real?
I loved The Boys season 1. I thought it was phenomenal. I thought the first season of The Boys was great, and it lost its flavor so quicker than that unicorn gum. And they just kept going, and they're still going, and they're making spin-offs and side stories, and it's like, relax, you guys. Relax. You can only explode so many people before I'm like, okay.
I get it.
I get it.
It's just the Homelander problem. I get like, that's it. The whole show is the Homelander problem.
Mm-hmm.
And
hey, these guys suck. Actually, let's show you every episode that they suck.
Yep. So here's the thing. Apparently, the comic book also is not good. So if anything, it's just following the source material.
I think I read somewhere about that.
Yeah.
That it actually follows the source material really well.
Which, if the comic is bad, would not lead to a good show if they're just following the source material.
And I've heard, I heard that The Walking Dead had a really good graphic novel.
Which the graphic novel is first one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not into The Walking Dead. I'm not into zombies and body horror. It's just
neither am I. I've never been a fan of the zombie stuff, and I feel like it's still way overdone.
I think right now in media, it's vampires still. Vampires are on the downswing.
Vampires aren't. I feel like zombies need to be on the downswing, but they're still very prominent.
Zombies will never go away, but I guarantee you that in the next 5 years, we're gonna get a lot of zombie media because
gross.
Vampires are gone. Vampires are going.
Bring back werewolves. Give me werewolves.
Werewolves might come back before zombies.
Give me werewolves. That would be cool.
You can make sexy werewolves. You can't make sexy zombies.
Nope.
They've tried.
There are none.
There's one.
None. Well,
she's got 3 movies. I don't know what the movie is called. I can't remember, but it's about a sexy girl who becomes a zombie, and she's got 3 movies.
I got nothing. That doesn't sound.
It might just be called Sexy Zombie, and I would try and find it, but I don't feel like putting that in my algorithms.
Doesn't that sound cool? Like, give me like, oh, what's that card game? Isn't it just Who's the Werewolf? Give me Yu-Gi-Oh! Give me more Yu-Gi-Oh! Games, please. I own 3 on Steam.
I like the old Yu-Gi-Oh games. I like Forbidden Memories and Duelist Roses, World Championship 2007.
No, give me a game that's like who's the werewolf in like a Red Dead Redemption setting.
You talking about like Salem Town?
Maybe? No, definitely
Salem
not.
Town is great. We should play that at a party night. What are
Um,
you doing this weekend? You want to hang out? I'm just kidding.
yeah, let me fly. Let me hop on a plane real quick. One night werewolf? No, that doesn't sound like it. That is it.
Imagine being a werewolf, but only being able to be a werewolf for one night. That would suck.
Isn't that kind of the whole concept of a werewolf though? Is it's only the night of the full moon?
I feel like in most werewolf media, it's like way more important than just one full moon.
That's fair. It's usually the week leading up to the full moon that they start getting a little weird.
Yeah. And they're just fine the rest of the time? Oh, that's lame. Werewolves are lame. Don't give me werewolves, give me zombies back.
Okay, maybe it's just. How about this? How about we change the concept? Let's change the whole historical value of werewolves so that it's any moonlight that actively touches their skin, they start to shift. So, like, they need to be, like, completely bunkered down, blackout curtains, away from windows. And, like,
Yeah,
even.
the moonlight has to hit them. They have to see the moon. The moon has to see them. The moon's wearing sunglasses, and he's got a little thumbs up. And he's like, "You go, werewolves!"
No, but for real, I wish there was. Well, I mean, ooh, give me more Mothman media.
Mothman?
Yeah,
Fallout 76 is full of Mothman. And
not
you have Game Pass.
okay. You got me there, but
You have no excuse to not download Fallout 76.
I'm have too much going on in school right now.
I'm busy that day.
No, but I mean, like, I want like a game that's centered around Mothman. You know?
Yeah, I remember when the Mothman movie came out when we were young, and I was so scared poopless of it.
I don't know that there. I have one major media source that highlights Mothman, and it like just in a good way. What?
No, I'm sorry. I'm picturing you just like, I follow one Mothman person.
I follow the Mothman on Instagram. It's in a D&D podcast or a Monster of the Week podcast, and it's about cryptids and stuff. And Mothman is in that.
Does he have abs?
No,
Good.
he's a quite skinny
He's
guy
a
that
lot.
can
He's
predict the future.
more moth than man, or more man than moth?
He's like 50-50, but here's the thing is like they're the cryptids by nature, but they're technically aliens and have
Yeah, well,
developed
me.
technology to disguise themselves. So basically Men in Black also.
Boring.
Relax. I didn't say
Call me
that
out.
about Fallout.
That's because you would be wrong.
Well, listen to that podcast and you might be wrong.
I would.
But you just called it boring.
I just think space is boring.
I
Space
mean,
seems like a cop out. Give me more just regular supernatural.
it doesn't really go too much into space. More so, there's like a portal
Into
on.
space.
No, just directly to the other planet. It's like linked to Earth via a gateway.
What's the other planet called? If it's like Xenon, the 21st century.
Sylvain.
I live next to Sylvain.
No, you do not. Don't dox yourself.
So
That's
Trevor, if you
probably a
would do
good
the
idea.
honors.
Yes. All right. Thank you for watching UpTilt. This has been Ed and Trevor. Follow me over at twitch.tv/translations, even though I don't stream over there currently. And I'm trying to do it more. I'm almost done with school for the semester, so I'll be able to stream actually a bit more.
Follow me on UpTilt Pod.
That you laughed at that way too much.
It was funny because you're already here.
Yeah, that's true. All right. That'll do it for this week. We'll catch you next Tuesday for more UpTilt Pod, and on Thursday and Sunday for Ed Stream. Peace.
Bye.